let's shift gears real quick into the World Baseball Classic. He, of course, has announced that he will be representing Japan. The Dodgers cannot block his participation in this. The same goes for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I believe there's some language around Roki Sasaki because of how much time he spent on the 60-day injured list that they could theoretically block participation. What they can do is they can request that these guys not be pitched in certain ways or follow strict usage, or in Ohtani's case, maybe not pitch at all. Dave Roberts had this to say, quote, "We'll support them." This was to Japanese media, but I do think that the pitching, it's a lot on the body, the arm. The rest will be beneficial for next year for our season, but we understand how important the WBC is for these individual players and the country of Japan. What do you make about, we haven't officially heard from Yamamoto and Sasaki about involvement in the WBC, have we?
No, we have not. So, I think Yamamoto is basically a lock would be my guess. Sasaki, I do think there's more uncertainty there. It wouldn't shock me if he also participates or, is available and just doesn't pitch all that much. But yeah, it's an interesting scenario for the Dodgers. The WBC, as much as it means to these countries, these players and respective countries, I get it. The Dodgers get it. Like they've expressed that. I think also if the Dodgers had their druthers, like nobody would be participating, especially when it comes to Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And as Daniel would say, no disrespect to Roki Sasaki, but those first two are a little bit more important to the team right now than Sasaki, and he could certainly get there. And he did, I guess, in the playoffs. So yeah, maybe to walk back that stance. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Like I don't imagine. I wonder if maybe the if you I don't have the word. It's on the tip of my tongue. The Dodgers and Ohtani will compromise on WBC participation, not necessarily pitching, maybe that much type thing. Yeah. Yamamoto's the interesting one. We saw what he did to end the season, and so
he can't hit. So if he's involved, it will only be as the pitcher, right?
Right. Maybe they put some sort of cap on him, like no more than 70 to 80 pitches per outing type thing. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this goes.
As a Dodgers fan, and primarily a Dodgers fan, I'm saying this. It's not good for the Dodgers that any of these guys are participating in the World Baseball Classic. And it's not just the Japanese guys. Like, if you are a Dodgers fan and all you were to care about is the Dodgers, and you don't care about these people as human beings, you don't care about any of this stuff, the entertainment value of the World Baseball Classic, etc., none of it is good for the Dodgers. Roki Sasaki, maybe. Sasaki getting reps, being in that environment, that might be good. But, if the Dodgers had their way, Ohtani wouldn't participate. Yamamoto wouldn't participate. None of these guys would participate in any capacity. Nothing good can come of this for the veteran guys. They don't need development. They don't need reps. It is simply a risk of injury. It is simply a taxing of the arm for every single pitcher. And so that's what stinks for the Dodgers in this regard. And again, they can't tell Ohtani, you're not allowed to play. They probably wouldn't anyways, right? They know this is part of the deal. You sign Ohtani, you sign Yamamoto, you have the best players. You have to take these sort of risks. But I just want to say out loud that piece. This is bad for the Dodgers that they're involved. My hope is that exactly what you said comes about, which is the Dodgers are able to have a conversation with Ohtani, Yamamoto, Team Japan, and say, hey, here's the deal. These guys just pitched all the way until, November 2nd, technically, when the World Series ended, right? November 1st and into the morning of November 2nd. And they were 100-something days away from pitchers and catchers then reporting to opening day. And allegedly we're going to try and have these guys available for opening day, which I just told you my deal. Put these guys on ice until May, as far as I'm concerned. But I hope there's at least some sort of we're not going crazy with these guys, right? I know you want to win, but it can't come at the risk of these players and their availability. The question is, as we've hinted at, Ohtani really wants this. Yamamoto really wants this. They talk about the World Baseball Classic to them, to Japan, is bigger than the World Series. Now, I don't know if Ohtani and Yamamoto would say that personally as guys who are competing for both, but in Japan, this is the biggest deal. This is the Super Bowl. This is the number one thing they could go at. And so I am so curious to see how they are able to balance the thing that is most important to them and their country and honor and all of that with what logically makes the most sense for their employer that is paying them loads and loads of money over the next, in Ohtani's case, 50 years.
Yeah, and obviously we're focusing on this year leading into 2026, but really you could go back to 2024. Like it's been a long 2 years for the Dodgers, starting in South Korea, playing through the World Series, starting in Tokyo, playing through the World Series. Now WBC games. Like I mean honestly, like,
and Yamamoto's been there the entire time.
Yeah. And if the WBC wasn't coming up next year, I wouldn't be shocked if the Dodgers didn't have the likes of Ohtani, Freeman, Yamamoto, mainly those guys. Maybe perhaps a few, like really not playing in spring training games until like after the first week or something, like middle of the month, like middle of their schedule. Like it wouldn't shock me if that's the approach that they would have taken. So yeah, I mean it's kind of it's a double-edged sword. Dodgers don't want to be a team. You can't be that team that tells these players no. I mean, you no.
They're literally not allowed to tell guys they can't participate.
Right.
So, but I think you know underneath it all, they're definitely thinking, my goodness, we hope this isn't what happens. I love this from Cole Super Chat. Don't mess with the cash cow that is Japan. That's part of it, right? Some people are saying, hey, it's a branding thing. Hey, these guys in Japan. I'll just say this. I think Ohtani and Yamamoto are plenty big in Japan. I don't think a World Baseball Classic is going to move the needle all that much for these two guys. Based on a friend who was just in Japan, Ohtani is literally everywhere. Like I don't know if there was more billboard space for him to take up in Japan, regardless of how the WBC goes.
But I think, and Matt's hitting on this. He's saying it's a pride thing. I think for those guys though, like it's also like they want to do it, right? Like and again, like the WBC has not taken off in the United States the way it has in other countries. So we can understand it as best as we can. It's a completely like other players have come out and said, this is, arguably more important or bigger accomplishment than getting to the World Series and playing in a World Series. So there is that component too, right? It's not just, oh, hey, this tournament's coming up and do you guys want to do it? Sure. Well, we've decided to enter our name into the hat to be on the roster. Like it is, as Matty mentioned, it's a pride thing and that's important.
Yeah, absolutely. I was trying to figure out who, like I saw, was it Garrett Whitlock was announced as a confirmed player for the United States. So it looks like commitments so far: Skeens, Cal Raleigh, Bobby Witt, Corbin Carroll, Pete Crow Armstrong, and Aaron Judge as well. So, and then Garrett Whitlock. I don't know if there's more players that have been announced.
No, that's about right. Yeah, that's pretty much the list for Team USA so far.
Yeah. So there you go. And again, I understand. I want to make clear. I understand why Ohtani is doing it. I understand why Yamamoto is doing it. Sasaki, if he were to get asked why he would do it. I'm just saying from the Dodgers perspective, let's just say the obvious thing out loud, which is there isn't a whole lot of good that comes of this. And again, that's what Dave Roberts has said. Hey, we're going to support these guys, but hopefully they don't go crazy. Because to your point, it's been a long, 21 months basically from Korea in 2024 to November 1st, November 2nd in Toronto in 2025.
そして今、ドジャースと日本を揺らすもう一つの大きな戦いが近づいてきています。それがワールドベースボールクラシック WBC 翔平大谷はすでに表明しました。日本代表として戦うとドジャースはこの参加をやめることができません。契約上もルール上もブロックする権利はない。山本由伸もおそらくはほぼ確実。朗希、佐々木に関しては60日 IL にいた期間の関係で球団側にある程度の拒否権が残されているとも言われています。ただドジャースにできるのは投球回を制限してくれ、何球以上は投げさせないでほしい、大谷にピッチングはさせないでくれ、そんなお願いだけ。デーブ・ロバーツ監督は日本メディアに向けてこう話しました。彼らの WBC への思い、日本にとっての意味は理解している。ただピッチングというのは身体にも腕にも大きな負担だ。休むことは来季にとって必ずプラスになる。ドジャースとしては本音を言えば誰も出てほしくない。でもそれでも彼らの思いを尊重する。そんなギリギリのところでバランスを取ろうとしているのです。なぜそこまで嫌がるのか。理由はとんでもなくシンプルです。ドジャース目線で言えばベテラン区にとって WBC に絵はほぼゼロ。あるのはリスクだけだから。怪我のリスク、疲労の蓄積、腕へのダメージ、この2年間を振り返ればそれはなおさらです。2024年の韓国ソウル開幕シリーズ、2025年の東京ゲーム、そこからワールドシリーズ第7戦トロントの夜まで 約に11ヶ月のロングラン。山本はその全てを走り抜け、大谷もリハビリを含めて肉体もメンタルも酷使し続けてきた。本来なら来年のキャンプなんて5月からでいい。春は氷の中に閉じ込めておきたい。それくらい休ませたいはずなんです。なのにその途中に WBC という超ハイテンションの短期決戦がねじ込まれる。ドジャースファンだけの視点で言うなら確かにこう言いたくもなります。お願いだから休んでくれ。日本の皆さんごめん。でもうちの大事なピッチャーなんだ。しかしここで視点を日本に切り替えると物語は全く違う色を帯びてきます。 WBC は日本ではこう言われます。ワールドシリーズより大事。野球ファンのスーパーボウル。人生で一度は味わいたい国のユニフォーム。大谷も山本も佐々木も日本代表のユニフォームに袖を通した時だけの顔があります。2023年 WBC のあの決勝、トラウト vs 大谷。あの瞬間から日本人にとって WBC は完全に特別な大会になった。東京ドームの大合唱、渋谷の交差点での大歓声、コンビニのテレビの前で泣き笑いしていた人たち。あの記憶が大谷たちの心にも深く深く刻み込まれている。だから彼らはこう思うのです。ドジャースとしても世界一になりたい。でも日本代表としてももう一度世界一になりたい。アメリカの番組ではこんな正直すぎる本音も飛び出していました。ドジャースだけを考えれば大谷も山本も誰一人 WBC に出ない方がいい。ベテランには成長なんていらない。あるのは怪我と消耗だけだ。でも同時にこうも認めています。日本にとって WBC はワールドシリーズ以上に大切な大会なんだ。それは俺たちには完全に理解できない感覚だけど、誇りという言葉でしか説明できない。そう、これはビジネスと誇りの衝突なんです。論理で考えれば出ない方がいい。心で考えればどうしても出たい。そして大谷も山本も佐々木もその真ん中で揺れながら、それでもきっと日本を選ぶ。ここでもしあなたが大谷の立場だったらと想像してみてください。50年先まで契約が続く超ビッグクラブドジャースの顔。体を休めなければキャリアが短くなってしまうかもしれない。でも日本代表のユニフォームを着て戦える回数は人生で何回ある。身体は一つ、時間も有限。その中で国のためにもう一度マウンドに立ちたいと願ってしまう気持ちを誰が責められるでしょうか。山本もきっと同じです。東京ドームで育ち、オリックスで日本一になり、今はドジャースで世界一を狙うエース。そんな男が日の丸を背負うチャンスを目の前にして疲れているからやめときます。そう言えるでしょうか。そして朗希佐々木、怪我もあった。60日 IL にも入った。球団が慎重になるのは当たり前です。それでもあの完全試合を投げた男がまた世界の強打者たちに向かって160キロ超えのボールを投げ込む姿を日本中が世界中が待っている。 WBC のマウンドにドジャースの3人、大谷、山本、佐々木が揃って立つ日が来たら、それはもう侍ジャパンフィートロサンゼルスドジャース、世界で一番ヤバいコラボレーションです。ドジャースにとっては確かに悪夢かもしれません。21ヶ月走り続けた後にさらに全力短期決戦、怪我のリスク、疲労の蓄積。それでもドジャースはこう言わざるを得ない。俺たちは彼らをやめられない。そしてやめるべきでもない。なぜなら日本という国が彼らをここまでのスターに育て上げたから。日本での人気、ブランド、経済効果、そんな言葉で片付けられない誇りがそこにあることをドジャースのフロントも本当は分かっているからです。だからこそ僕ら日本のファンにできることは一つ、ドジャースファンとしての不安と日本代表ファンとしての期待、その両方を抱きしめたまま、それでも彼らの背中を押すこと。ロサンゼルスの青い17番、そのユニフォームの下には今も変わらず日本人としての誇りが流れています。 WBC の舞台でドジャースブルーから侍ジャパンの紺に着替え、再び世界の前に立つその日、スクリーンの前のあなたが心の底からこう思えるように、行ってこい翔平、行ってこい由伸、行ってこい朗希。ドジャースの星として、そして日本の誇りとして、世界のど真ん中でもう一度歴史を変えてこい。その声こそが彼らを WBC のマウンドへと送り出す一番強い追い風になるのかもしれません。